Hello, my beautiful boos. Welcome back to my channel. It's JB210, aka Jay. Today's video, I decided to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race because, of course, I'm obsessed with it. I know that there have been 2 episodes that have taken place. However, this is the first episode where a queen was sent home. So, what better to do than to go over tonight's episode?
You know, this episode happened like what? Two days ago.
Before I start going off on a tangent, I watched the episode twice. The first time I always watch it just for entertainment purposes, and then the second time I watch it, it is to take notes. So that way I'm focusing even more on what I may have missed the first time when I initially watched it just for myself. So last night's episode, I took like hella notes. I took a lot of notes. Oh, like, actually no, that was 2 parts to the notes, but this is like another one. So I have like 3 or 4 notes in general. So this episode was going to be very interesting because it was going to be when the first group of queens meet the second group of queens. Now, last week, editing is just so powerful. Instead of being like, meh, they just like ended up just like keeping and everything, and it was actually really cute. It was actually very refreshing. It did remind me a lot of season 6, even though season 6's meetup was more shadier, but it was really entertaining. So yeah, I also thought it was very funny that Jam was like, 5 New York girls! New York is always that #1 place that is casted for RuPaul's Drag Race. I also think that the New York girls just really bring it, so I'm just like really amped up for this season. I'm really excited. I was gagged. I was so gagged when Britta was like, he could have decided that we were the top 7. And Jan was like, what comes after 7 but the top 6? And I was there like, ah! I was like, get her, Jade. I know it was just some like light-hearted shade. It wasn't anything serious, but it was still very funny. And again, editing, because it was like, it's the little shade sounds and everything and all that stuff. I live for it. And of course, I forgot which queen it was, if you guys would help me out. I don't know, one of them was like Team Talent. I think it was Gigi Good. And Heidi in Closet was like,
Team Talent my ass.
and I'm like, ooh, girl. Like, I thought to myself, ooh, like Heidi in Closet is gonna like, she's gonna be so shady this episode. But you know, I actually really like her, and I'm gonna get into that later on in this video. Refreshment break. So the first shady moment of the whole season, and I was like really gooped over it, and I was actually, oh my god, like, I thought it was hilarious, but like, again, shady, was when they had to organize the queens from the strongest competitors to their weakest competitors. And it was the queens that won in the previous 2 episodes, which
If you haven't watched just yet, I would probably just bleep this out.
It was Widow Von Du from the first episode and Jada Essence Hall. So Widow goes first and she picks. We all know about what has happened, so I'm not really gonna get into that. However, picking her, you know, alright, that's her strongest competitor. At this time, none of this was known, I guess. But I thought it was very shady but funny that she put Aiden Zane as her weakest. And when RuPaul was like,
So Aiden Zane is your weakest?
she's like,
Yes.
I was gone. I started laughing my butt off. I was gagged. I thought it was hilarious. And then for Jada, she picked Gigi Good as her strongest competitor, which, you know, Gigi Good, you know, fair. You know, she's a very good queen. She's a sickening queen. I can't wait to see what Gigi Good's gonna do during Snatch Game. I predict that Gigi Good is going to be Coco Peru for Snatch Game, because I feel like she kind of resembles her in a way. And when they were doing the Meet the Queens, she kind of did that impersonation. I thought that she kind of sounded like Coco Peru there. So if she does Coco Peru, I think she'll do it well. And then Jada placed Heidi in Closet as her weakest. I also want to do a quick note because I wrote this down in my notes. I don't know what was going on for me in this episode, but I was just so thirsty for Britta. I think it was the way that she was dressed. She was with those shorts and the camo, but I was like, girl, those legs. She's looking all thick and juicy. Oh my god. But I don't know, something came over me and I was like, let me just snap myself out of this. I thought that this was funny, but I wrote this note like, notes, I hate Crystal's mullet. Hashtag Bud Light. I do not like Crystal's mullet. I don't know. There's something about it that it just rubs me the wrong way. Like, I'm like, girl, like, why did you do that hair? It's a mullet. Bud Light. Oh my God. Every time I think of a mullet, I just think of beer and Bud Light and I don't know. Like, I don't know. Crystal, why? I don't know. Unpopular opinion or something like that. Please don't come for me, y'all. But I don't really like, I'm not digging her hair. She needs to, a different stylist, please, Crystal. I love you, but come on, different hair. So we get into the world's worst acting segment of this competition, or this episode, I should say. So first is the Del Rio trio. I put hashtag selling it. Because they were all in culture. They were all in culture. They were all staying in character. And they had a full-fledged story. And great performance by Heidi. I really loved it. She proved a lot of these people wrong, you know? They were really picking on her. And she showed them, like, so, you go, girl. I love you. Blanca, I put dead. D-E-D. Dead. She was selling it. When the camera panned over to Gigi, just dragging them out, it looked so hilarious. I could not get over it. I had to rewind it and play that part again. So that was really entertaining. The first group was good. I really didn't have any notes for Jackie. I feel like she did really darn good as well. They were all very energetic. They were all in character. I had no complaints for their segment. Really good job, girls. I really applaud your performance. I also put Gucci because I love Charo. She kind of low-key reminds me of one of my family members. So I don't know. I just love her by default. She kind of reminds me of my aunt. I love it. I love Charo. She's so adorable. Whenever she's on an episode, she really brings the party. So now we're getting into the second group. It is the Squirrel Scout segment. I really did feel that Crystal struggled in this acting challenge. I put bottom 2 because I really did feel she started off rocky and I just feel like she really didn't recover. My notes for Chantel, I put hard to understand. You know, I think she did decently. Nothing too bad. So I feel like I felt she was safe in my opinion. I felt she was very safe. Of course, Widow, Lanesha. I laughed when she's like, and this one, it's the barbecue sauce. I'm like, oh my God, hashtag relatable. The star of this group was Widow Von Doom. This is one part of the segment that I was like, are you serious? The joke that Ross was trying to throw at her. Are there any squirrel juices in this nut butter? Crystal was just like, I'm like, girl, that was a joke. That was a free throw. What are you doing? Like, no, like, I feel in my opinion, maybe she could have been like, why does it taste salty? I made it myself. I was like, throw something in there like that. Have fun with it. You could tell she really got in her head. And then, of course, the Fruity Patooties. I felt like this segment was kind of a little painful to watch. Jan, I put energy. Rockham, I put energy. I was really confused about Dahlia. I put that she missed the mark completely in her performance. And then, of course, Jada was the bad apple, and she brought the damn thing. Like, you go, Jada. Yeah, this segment was really kind of hard to watch. Just because I was really rooting for Dahlia. And I'm like, come on, Dahlia, you're gonna do it. And then I'm like, oh. I don't know. Next segment, I guess. 3 girls, 1 brain. Now this one, again, kept my notes simple. The only thing that I wrote for these queens as a whole was overall good. You know, I really didn't see anything wrong with it. I thought it was hilarious in some areas. Charo, Misa Pipi. I could not. I love her to death. So now we're gonna get into the runway look. This runway's theme was buttons and bows runway. The first queen that was on the runway was Jada. I wrote down sickening, love. I loved her outfit. Of course, Jada, she paints a really darn good mug. Her outfit was just sickening. I want it in my closet, honestly. The second queen was Dahlia. I really didn't like it. I don't know, something about it. Maybe it was the hair like Michelle was talking about in her critique. But yeah, not much to say about hers. And I'm just so disappointed. Third person out was Rockham. I lived for this look. I felt like it looked like a Trixie meets Alice in Wonderland. Like, I really loved it. Oh my god. Jan was the queen after Rockham, and I was in love with her outfit. The voodoo doll, it was really well put together. I was like, yes! I was rooting. I was like, she has to be top. She has to be top. She has to be the winner. Gigi Good came on after. Her button outfit was so amazing. The way she was selling it, walking down the runway, it was great. Good job, girl. Yes. After Gigi was Heidi in closet. It was okay. I didn't love or hate it. That booty though. Hashtag twerking by the cakes. Twerking by the cakes. Twerking by the cakes. After Heidi was Jackie. Again, didn't love, didn't hate. I thought it was pretty good. She kind of looked like Cher, in my opinion. She kind of did. Good job. So for Widows, I wasn't a fan of the look. She really sold it really well. She really did the character really darn good. Widow, please don't hate me. The next queen after Widow was Crystal. The only thing that I put for Crystal was I don't know how I felt. Yeah. After Crystal came out Nikki Doll. I was a big fan of the hair buttons. I did put down a hodgepodge. The next queen after Nikki was Aiden Zane. I was not a fan of Aiden's outfit. It looked like a sweater with bows just plaster on it, like super glued on it. I know that you have so much potential. Bring it. Why are you doing this? After Aiden was Britta. I really did like the outfit and of course the pumps. I want to wear those shoes. Ew. Next queen. I don't know. It was the way that they did this episode. I found it a little confusing in terms of like the people who were in the bottom and the top, but whatever. So the bottom three for this episode were Crystal, Nikki, and Dahlia. I do feel Crystal should have been in the bottom too. Just gonna say it. Ended up being Dahlia versus Nikki in the lip sync. And they lip synced to Problem by Ariana Grande. I love Problem by Ariana Grande. So I was like, oh my god, bring it, bring it. I look forward to this lip sync in particular. I was making notes as the queens were lip syncing. So I put Dahlia struggled in the beginning. Nikki was really focused on the judges. Dahlia was really focused on the camera. I felt like her eyes never left the camera. And I was like, okay, I know who's gonna win at this point. Nikki stayed in the competition and Dahlia left. I was very sad. I wanted her to do so well in this competition, but I was so gooped. She stormed off of that set. Like, the queens were like, oh, Dahlia, she's off. Dang, girl, like, Jesus, she was mad. Oh my god. Could be a new look for me. I really love this episode. I can't wait for next week. I did not watch the sneak peek towards the end of the episode because I was just really exhausted from work, you guys. And right when this episode finished, I went straight to bed. Man, I am so hyped for this season. I probably gonna watch the sneak peek to next week's episode after I post this video. But yeah. Second video, y'all. This is so exciting. If you like this video, please comment down below what did you like about this episode. Leave a like and subscribe. Peace out, my beautiful boos. Twerking by the cakes. Twerking by the cakes.